Hey guys, so we went to a preview screening of Amsterdam, thanks to Stylist and Everyman, so thank you. So we're going to give you our non-spoiler review of the movie, which will be coming out in the UK and in US cinemas this Friday, 7th of October. So before we get into our review, please give this video a like if you like us doing reviews, or if you like any of our content, then of course, please. And if you want to see more of us, make sure to check out our channel, subscribe to stay up to date, and the usual stuff. I'm not going to repeat it. You guys know. So yeah, the plot. So set in the 1930s, it follows three friends who witness a murder, become suspects themselves, and uncover one of the most outrageous plots in American history. Yes, that's the plot. So what I liked about it, because a lot of the movies and stuff that we watch, it's usually quite slow to get into the main part, but this really just jumps straight into there, like 10 minutes in, and it's already kicked off, like it's happened, and you're like, whoa, I screamed. I'm gonna be honest, there were a few jumps, a few horrible bits to see, and I want to apologize for anybody sitting around me, especially behind me, who might have heard me sort of like shriek or maybe scream, because there were a few bits. But yeah, so it really gets straight into action straight away, which was amazing, because I don't want something to be delayed and like an hour in and then finally we get the murder, like Death on the Nile, if you guys have seen it. That took forever to actually get into the actual plot point of it. Like, it was just too long. So that's one thing I really enjoyed about it, that it just got straight into it. It's a murder mystery. If you haven't already gathered that it's a murder mystery, I'm going to tell you it's a murder mystery. I love a murder mystery. I love it because you get to go on the adventures, or you get to try and think like, oh, are they suspicious? Are they not? I mean, my love of murder mysteries started with Scooby-Doo, so So yeah, it's a murder mystery. It sort of reminded me of Murder on the Orient Express. It's nothing quite like the same, but they're murder mysteries. I also like the fact that it wasn't set in the present day, like it wasn't set in the 21st century. So that was really nice, because you got to see a different time period and stuff. And I don't really like to, I normally stick to stuff in the 21st century, if I'm gonna be honest. Or if it's not the 21st century, then it's like a fictional world or universe or something like that. So it was very good. There are little bits of comedy, which I think is really good, because I don't want a movie that's super serious, because I need a few chuckles and stuff, and it's nothing like full on comedy or anything, because some things we don't need full on comedy. And yes, I'm talking about Thor: Love and Thunder. But so yeah, yes, that was good. A little bit of comedy. What I to be honest, I'd seen the trailer, right? And I was like, oh, okay, this seems a bit weird. But I actually quite enjoyed it. It's not the best thing I've seen, but I enjoyed it. I think it's like really different from like the usual movies I watch. So perhaps that is why I watch it. That's why I liked it, because the usual stuff I watch are like rom-coms or like Marvel movies, Disney movies, and this is like very different from the usual stuff I watch. But saying that, like, I wouldn't rewatch it. Like, it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever seen. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed seeing this cast, which, let me just say, they had some really big names in this cast. It was a big, like, whoa, like, I don't know why they had so many, like, but anyway, that's not part of the review. So I'll leave that, because I didn't make the casting choice. But saying that, I would look out for the sequel if they do it. I don't think they would. I think it's just going to be a one-part story. But if they do, it is something I would watch. Not that I would go to a cinema and go, oh my god, I need to go watch it, like all the Marvel stuff and Disney stuff, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think the main question is, like, especially because it's a murder mystery, was it too predictable? And Grace is gonna give you her view in a little bit.
Yeah.
My view was I wouldn't say it was too predictable, because it wasn't, but it was predictable. if that makes sense. Like, it depends on, because some people aren't really prone to looking at some of the clues and stuff, and I sort of noticed it, and I sort of knew like where it was going, and they made it really obvious towards the end, and that was a bit annoying. Like, I don't know why they did that. Like, they could have made it a bit more suspicious, like, but maybe I don't know. That was something that I think was one of the flaws. But I wouldn't say it was too predictable. I think it's safe to say it was predictable, but it wasn't like straight up like first thing you notice and you're like, whoa. In terms of the pacing, because I think that's really important as well for films, I don't think it was too slow, especially at the beginning. I think it jumped straight into it. So we got to, it happened, the murder happened, and then we get the background story and stuff, which I quite enjoyed. I like that. um I would say it did feel a little bit more, it felt a little bit long, like towards the end. Like, it just felt like they were trying to prolong it for a bit too much, which, I mean, I would try and explain it, but I don't want to give you spoilers in case you guys are really interested, which I hope you guys will actually give this movie a go, because a lot of people saying it's rubbish. I mean, Grace literally heard someone
I literally heard
after the movie.
someone says it was rubbish, and I'll be honest, I kind of agree.
Oh yeah, you'll hear about that in a minute. Different movies suit for different people. Like Morbius, like tons of people hated it. Like, I'm one of the, but us two, we
We're
hated it.
both.
But loads of people are loving it now on Netflix. Like, it is getting a lot of attention. So it just goes to show that like certain movies, like, they're for certain people. And I quite enjoyed it. I would say it's a 6 out of 10 on my list. I would recommend it. But it's not the best movie that's come out this year. Don't ask me what is the best movie that's come out this year, because I don't know yet. But yeah, would recommend it. Check it out. It's different, and yeah, I think it's worth a watch. Yeah, so you want to hear now Grace's view on it?
Okay,
Which is
I'm going to be
completely
really
opposite.
honest. When I was watching this film, I saw it from 2 point of views. As Emily, like the audience, and as someone who's analyzing a film, because I'm studying film. So I basically saw a lot of flaws in this film. No offense. But the way I see it is like there was no emotion to connect with. I get it. It was based like during World War One, then it was based afterwards. But the fact is, I didn't feel any. I didn't connect with any of the characters. I guess some of them had like kind of like sad backgrounds in a way, but like I just didn't. I didn't feel emotion over any of them. I only said in the first 10 minutes we got this shocking twist, and I thought, okay, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be like there's gonna be mystery, and I do like a murder mystery, but I felt like some parts were just too long, or like some scenes were just meaningless, or there was a huge jump from one clip to another, and I'm like, how do we get from here to there? It just there's just some things that just didn't make sense to me. That's all. And like Emily, like what Emily said, in the end, it felt too long. It was too predictable. I knew already what was going to happen, and I felt like there were just some things missing in the scene, like, and I do love some, like we got like some classic 1930 style, like we get to see like some black and white stuff and like backgrounds, and it was really good. But other than that, I just didn't, I like, it just wasn't the best film. And they had such great cast in it. They got Christian Bale, and they even got Robert De Niro in it, and I never knew who was going to be in it. And he's such a great actor, and I just think I just felt like they wasted them away. They wasted a lot of great cast away, like Taylor Swift. I mean, some people say she was bad in it. I thought she was actually pretty good, to be honest. And that girl from Last Night in Soho.
Anna Taylor.
Yeah, that's it. Anna Joy. Yeah, forgot about her. She was good, but I felt like I felt like they were trying to make the cast trying to make them so obvious, like if they were the good guys or the bad guys. And I thought, why do you have to make it so obvious? That's the whole point of a murder mystery film. Like, you want the audience to explore, trying to find out who's done it in the end, not like reveal it midway. It was, I don't know, it just felt tasteless to me. Good cast. It had a simple story. I just felt there were so many things like mixed and missed. I don't know how to describe it. I just didn't felt connected to it. I felt a bit bored with midway, to be honest. Like, because if we already knew what was going to happen, I felt like there was no point watching it if we already knew what was going to happen. I'm sorry, that's my blunt review, but my blunt point of view. But I just wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. I just felt like it just need to be restyled in a better way somehow.
And well, you guys have heard 2 points of view now.
I mean, last night, you rated it out of 6 out of 10. I rated 3 out of 10 because there was just so many things missing from this film that could have been great. And it just, I don't know, it just dropped down for me after midway. I'm sorry, basically. Yeah, that's our review. Thank you guys for watching. Tell us in the comments down below on your thoughts on the film, whether or not you agree with me or Emily. And
or neither. Or neither. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you just straight up just loved it fully.
Yeah, tell us what was your favorite moment? What do you think could have been improved? Or tell us your thoughts on the film. And before you leave, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Check out other videos on our channel, or other reviews on other films, or reactions to like Disney or Marvel. Check out our games and pranks. We've done a whole lot. And check our website. Emily's wrote it for the whole team. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter. It would mean so much to us if you follow us. And also, please subscribe. We're nearly reach 100. It would mean a lot to us if we get there in time. So see you next time. Bye.
Bye.